Okay. Apologies. I'm having to run through this and unmute everybody's mics at this point. I've got
It
us
means go
live.
park.
A lot more technical issues that I did not anticipate, so I apologize. And I'm going to be monitoring this as we play the game, so hopefully there won't be too many more. If there is, I may have to switch up the format and go to a different screen for the layout. So, not fun. But here we are. So we're back. Pardon me, of course, I'm still kind of adjusting the layout and everything, and it's running a little hard on my PC. But we are back again for a new game of Cyberpunk. You can tell there's obviously a difference in layout, which I went for something super fancy, and I think I'm paying for it. And we have a new face. That guy who subs to our channel occasionally, and you'll see him donate every so often. He pops up on our feeds. It's Dante. So, in the middle there, in the bunny ears.
Welcome aboard, man.
Yeah, welcome aboard.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, no problem. Okay, so while I'm getting this set up, or getting corrected, I should say, not set up, because the layout is giving me a bit of a pain. So we'll do a little bit of a recap. So last we left off, the crew had taken a job from the enigmatic individual known as 84. And the idea was to do their first job in space. Of all places. As we didn't really get a chance to go into that, so a little bit of narration, since there was a big delay, obviously, in the last game and whatnot. And it would be hard to pull that up and pick up from start. That's why I just went ahead and kicked it over to a new season. The job went off largely without a hitch. When you guys managed to get up into space, you had to improv a little bit to get the goods out into another ship, or I should say a space plane. In doing so, however, it wasn't something you guys were ready for. Obviously, you were going to stow away on one, so Jill got the opportunity to fly her very first space plane, much to the alarm of the rest of her team. But she convinced everybody that she had it. And despite some air turbulence, she did manage to pull it off, landing the plane somewhere out in the Arizona desert, pretty far away from town to try and avoid any issues with the Phoenix Police Department. And then shortly thereafter, when you guys managed to get back, there was a message waiting for you. The message was very short. It was from Dane. And Dane had indicated that Kat had not made it. And with Kat's passing, he was leaving. Wasn't sure when or if he was going to be back, and that was pretty much it. It was kind of one of those very abrupt things and just vanished. It has been about a week since that has happened, so things have been very somber around the hideout, the compound, whatever nickname you ended up giving it. The Jill has been gone infrequently, and as she has, it's been tended to be for long periods of time. She, as of this point, this is the first time you've actually seen her staying in her room at the compound, probably in the past 3 days. She came in kind of dead to the world, very, very early evening, wearing clothes that she didn't leave in, one of which happened to be a Sarah Tremere shirt. Big surprise.
I mean, was it mine? Was it not mine?
I mean, it's yours now, right? Ownership's 9/10 of the law.
You don't keep track of my Sarah Tremere shirts.
Well, yeah. Your obsessions. But that being what it is, obviously, like I said, things have been kind of somber around the place. It's been very quiet with everything that's happened. No one's taking really any jobs. It's been, I don't want to say blasé, but it's been a processing time.
What
for certain?
As far as Mac, because I know, or was I on the space mission?
Hold on one second. I'm turning you up. There we go. Okay, what was that?
Was I on the space mission with
Yes.
Mac?
Yeah.
Okay. And so were we there when Kat was killed or passed or whatever?
Yeah,
she was taken to basically what happened was you guys did this job because you were on the hook for doing the job. But
Right.
Dane had taken Kat to the emergency room.
How did she get hurt?
Okay, so a recap.
Oh, that's right. Mac wasn't there for that game.
I wasn't there.
Oh. Okay.
So out of character, I need to get a little bit brought up to speed of what my character knows.
Or in the chat? I'm pretty sure we went over it.
So basically what had happened is you guys were fleeing the authority forces from Mexico. The corporal forces that had been chasing you.
Mm-hmm.
The AV had gotten shot up quite a bit, but you were still fighting your way past, trying to get back to Phoenix airspace because you were on that strip in between Mexico at that point and Phoenix. A whole lot of no man's land, and they were still chasing you down. So Kat ended up jumping out of the AV to try to thwart the last remaining AV that had been chasing you, and
she pulled a Wolverine.
Yeah, and connected very hard with the front windshield.
Did she save us?
Yeah, you guys got out. You guys eventually got out, but she was rushed to the emergency room right after that.
So she was a martyr then.
Sure.
A bit.
Yes.
To simplify, kind of.
Yeah, well, if you're saying that you had a cause, like a holy cause, then yes. Casualty would be more like it.
Right. Well, then I would have in this. You said it's been a week.
It has been a week in the interim, yes.
Then during that time, just for what it's worth, I would have gone back to the clan and invited everybody else, if they wanted to, to go and have a spiritual wake involving some small green buttons of cactus.
Sure.
Hey, you know what? That's it's religion to me.
That's fine.
So it's not like I mean, hey, dude, let's go
I wasn't.
peyote.
Yeah, I wasn't playing into it too much, but I imagine there was, a period where everybody, even though Dane was gone, everybody took a moment to kind of remember Kat, like in your own way, or have like a silent get together someplace, with some other folks that may have wanted to, remember her, that sort of thing.
Right.
So that definitely did happen. So however you did that was however you did that. If it was just privately, by yourselves, or if it was, kind of together as a group and toasted with a beer or something, however you did it, that worked. But at this point, it's been about a week later. There is a message waiting for Locke at this point, kind of blinking on your phone. Probably came in at some point when you were sleeping. And really the only sound that emanated from the... I keep wanting to call it a base, but that's essentially what it is.
Yeah, we call it a base.
From your base was the sound of the door opening and shutting. When Jill finally came home.
We still have our puppy dog, though, right?
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Ivan Doggo.
All right, I'm gonna wake up and check my my flashing message.
Okay. The message, it's not a call, but it's like an email, and it's pretty short. It's from Ravenswood, asking for the team to meet him at his office.
Okay. Does it specify time or anything?
No.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna start making my rounds around the base to see who's up and stirring.
Okay. So presumably then the first door you would come up to would be Jill's.
I'm gonna knock gently till I hear some stirring inside.
I'll come to the door.
Hey, when you get a chance, Ravenswood hit me up. He said he wants us all to meet at his office. He usually doesn't do this, so I'm pretty sure it's important.
Okay. Do we need to bring anything?
Not he didn't say anything to me about that. I'm pretty sure it's just gonna be info, but be ready for anything.
Okay. Thanks.
Yep. I'll move on.
Okay.
Oh, were you awarding XP or IP right now or
We'll do that. We'll do that later. But yeah, it's going to be this
later?
game.
Okay.
I got thrown
Wanna make
off with
sure.
all the technical issues, so
Oh yeah, no worries. That's why I said something.
yeah, no problem. I think what I need to do is just get another stick of memory if I'm going to run the layout like I have it. Because otherwise the system's just fine. It's just a matter of, it bogs it down because it's trying to do too much.
Get a stick dedicated to just this background.
Yeah, I kind of have to, I think. Well, I mean, if you can see it online, it's not just the background, but I've got a lot more animated stuff on it going, so it looks prettier.
I can definitely see it.
Okay.
There's lots of bits and stuff moving.
Yep.
We're timed away from it though.
What's that?
Like
yeah.
It's behind us.
Yeah. It typically runs about 13 seconds behind. So
What was that? What was that on?
What's that?
What was that on? I forget.
What was what on?
It's Twitch.
Broadcasting on.
Oh, it's Twitch.
Lost Tribes Gaming.
Yep, twitch.tv/ all one word Lost Tribes Gaming.
Thought I had it on my phone, but
yeah, phones have a hard time keeping up with the streams, unfortunately.
Yeah, mine does.
I don't. What phone do you have?
I have a Pixel 3 Megas XL.
I got paid from my wife, like for doing the laundry room with an iPhone 12.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
I was like, oh, okay.
You did the laundry room with an iPhone 12?
No. Yeah, like
that's skill.
Yeah, use it as a hammer.
So then the hey man buddy, what's going on, dude? So the next door you go up to was Meredith and Syntax room.
Okay, I'll do the same thing. Knock, knock, knock.
Okay. So Syntax ends up like sticking a cold foot to Meredith's butt. You're muted.
Yeah, that's you, babe.
Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Yeah.
Locke, what's up?
I just got a hit from Ravenswood earlier this morning. He said he wants us all to meet in his office Didn't specify what, but I was telling Jill it's usually pretty serious when he wants to see everybody in person. So get ready.
I would imagine. I would imagine so. It's a little conspicuous if we're all arriving together.
Yep.
How quickly do we leave?
Whenever you're ready. He didn't specify time, but I'm assuming the sooner the better.
And then go ahead and start getting ready.
All right.
And so Syntax just rolls out of bed at that point, since there's already a conversation at the door and whatnot. She's like, I assume I need to code something or look into some sort of network or system again.
I mean, you have as much information as I do, so I'm assuming we'll probably need that. But I guess
alrighty. I'll boot up my system. Can you get me something to drink, please?
Like on the way home?
No, from the fridge. I don't want to wait that long.
I mean, you got 2 legs.
Oh man.
But your legs
All right,
are better.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'll go ahead and grab it for you.
Okay. So she just throws on some like sweatpants, and that's about it, and then starts booting up the computer. Starts going through the usual routine at this point.
I'll go grab her a unirradiated water.
Okay. Water, bottled water is actually super expensive.
Well, I'll just get her some water.
Okay.
Or a beverage.
A tasty beverage of some kind?
A tasty beverage.
Sure. So when you get into the
nothing
fridge...
too special.
Yeah, when you get into the fridge, you can see that the soda is gone. There is alcohol, but there is no soda.
I'm just going to grab her a beer.
Okay.
And take it to her.
So you end up... oh. Looks like we got stuff switched around, unfortunately. So you get her a beer, and that's fine. She just cracks it open and sets it down and gets ready for whatever.
Better be fine. I'm just gonna mumble under my breath and walk out. I'm a damn doctor, and she asked me, who does she have?
So, Locke, I think that... Oh, so Derek, were you staying at the base as well, or did you... have you been staying at the campgrounds of the Nomad Pack? Boy, we're like losing everybody.
After his sabbatical, Mac came back. I came back.
Okay.
So it was probably like a day or two, something like that.
All right, so we'll change over to a temporary layout right now where we're just waiting for everybody to come back.
Wow.
It's just cyberpunk, man. It's flavor.
It's flavor. Okay. Or like from Cyberpunk 2077, you go around and you hear the ads every so often. So there's Nicola. So you'll hear like this random Japanese guy, Nicola! And some chibi sounding girl, taste the flavor!
I love those commercials, dude. Dude, it's infectious, man. It's that game. You'll start hearing stuff in the back of your mind, man.
Yeah. Well, if you go to that website that I threw out in the chat for Night City, you'll see a bunch of them that are there. But if you play the game, yeah, there's like all kinds of them. You could be in the middle of walking through a completely quiet floor plan of some kind, and somebody left the TV on or a monitor, and you'll hear something like "Oh, feel the rush" sort of thing, and it's a advertisement for essentially crack cocaine.
The organic.
Yeah.
It's so crazy, dude.
Wow.
Good stuff, man. Great
Times
game.
are changing.
So at this point, Derek, Mac is starting to hear some stirring in the the base. At this point, there's some knocking and some kind of quiet conversation. It's a little bit more sound than you're used to at this point, at least over the past week. And then you end up hearing a knock at your door.
Open it. What's
I'm
up?
assuming that was me.
That was you.
Hey, man, just a heads up. We got a hit from Ravenswood this morning asking for all of us to come to his office in person for some kind of meet. I was just letting everybody know. It's kind of important because he usually doesn't do this. So whenever you're ready, we're going to split.
I'll throw my gear on.
Right on.
Out of character.
Yes.
Was not Kat our initial contact for Ravenswood?
He was also mine.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So it was kind of jointly between you and
Yes.
Kat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I knew Kat was heavily involved in that, but I didn't remember Dante was.
Yep. There he is.
Yep, I'm back. I'm not sure, but I might have a defective camera because it, like, even when the video shut off, the camera stayed on.
That is no bueno.
Yeah.
Well,
no
if it
good.
keeps switching around, we can change the layout. I mean, that's not going to be a problem. That way, it doesn't everything go every which way. But at any rate, so with everybody kind of alerted at this point to kind of what's going on, you also end up, Derek, you end up getting a call from it's Mason, I think, right?
Mason? The
Yeah,
clan
it's
leader?
Mason. Yeah, Mason. Well, Mason ends up shooting you a text and lets you know that when you have a chance, you should probably swing back by the Nomad camp.
Emergency? What's going on?
Text
Respond.
message comes back and just says, somebody who was lost is now found.
Oh.
I'm trying to remember in and out of character. Oh, okay.
Nope.
Uh-oh.
Lost Missy again.
Yep.
All right, well, I'm just going to switch the layout.
Here she comes back. Hopefully.
Sorry, it was good, and now I keep getting disconnected. Can you guys see me?
Yep.
I can.
Yep.
Oh.
So, are you organizing this lock? What's going on?
Well, just everybody knows now, yeah?
Yeah.
If everybody's ready, yeah, let's just go ahead and roll out, everybody.
Okay.
I'll take Holiday Road.
All right.
The most bang for the buck.
The most bang for the buck. So actually, it's a good point that you bring that up. The AV is still currently being worked on because it took quite a bit of damage.
Okay.
So
I was planning on
Meredith,
taking it because I need it, and I tell everybody as we're getting. I said I got to go to the Nomad camp after we meet up with him. Got some important business. You guys are welcome to come, but
I'm fine with that if you guys are. Otherwise, we can take Meredith's medical ride.
Either which way.
Yeah.
You're welcome. You know.
All right, I'm gonna hop in Holiday Road then.
I am gonna go ahead and take my car just so that we have two cars for having two cars.
Okay.
I'm gonna go with Meredith.
Okay.
Pop in, and in the cassette deck, it's like.
Yep. It's just kind of stuck on that song for some reason. You get used to it.
On our way over, is Meredith driving or does she let me drive?
Yeah, I learned how to drive, and I can drive it.
She had a car before she knows.
That instills me with so much confidence.
I put some points in drive.
No barrel rolls.
I mean, I can teach you how to do that.
In a car, that's pretty impressive.
I'm
Yeah.
sure I can pull it off. It'll be
I
exciting.
prefer not to barrel roll in a car.
Okay, so while we're on our way over, I'm just gonna have a brief conversation with Meredith and be like, so remember that thing that I was going through a little while ago?
Like when you became a woman?
Uh,
I'm just gonna look at her kind of like out of the side of my eye, very puzzled. What?
Oh, okay.
What are you talking about?
No. Okay, the bite thing, and the sunlight and all that.
Oh, yeah. Dude, I'm sorry. There's just been a lot going on, and I forgot
know
about that. How are you feeling?
Okay, so I feel okay, but
Okay.
I'm pretty sure I'm stuck with it now. So,
Stuck with what? Like the teeth? I mean, I'm sure those aren't going to go away.
She's all, I'm going to make you say it.
Say it. Okay, so I found out some stuff about it, and it's kind of weird, and I don't know like how much is like medical and whatever. I don't know. And
Can you just
basically,
spit it out so I can consult my medical journal, because I'm very uncomfortable with you WebMDing yourself, and I promise you don't have whatever tooth ailment. It's not going to kill you.
Or cancer, since it was WebMD.
I wasn't going to say that.
Brain cancer? What? Hey, what?
That was implied.
So basically, it sounds like I'm gonna need to like drink blood like every couple of days, or I'm gonna like have really hard time with the sunlight and stuff. So just
So you're a
FYI,
vampire?
maybe kinda.
Drum, outside, like outside of my character, like would I have known as a med tech of? I know we previously discussed that, like, I wouldn't really be familiar with her symptoms. Would this have been anything I've ever heard of, like even on the street before?
No.
Yeah,
I mean, there's legitimate instances of people developing like allergies and whatnot, where they become sensitive to the sun, and medical vampirism. I mean, there's definitely that.
Yeah, implanted teeth and whatnot. So I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take it slow with her, because I think she's a little crazy right now. Hey, we've been through a lot recently. First of all, I'd like you to show me where you found this information, just so that I can give you a actual medical diagnosis. Let me, like, where did you find this information?
I can't tell you.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, Jerome.
And
Yes.
I'm telling you this as my medical professional, that preferably we could keep this between us.
Don't, Jill. You don't have to worry. I'm not gonna divulge your medical history to anyone, but I am concerned.
I would appreciate you to just kind of watch me for a while and help me figure this out. Okay?
I mean, if you're not going to tell me where you found somebody told you that you're turning into a vampire, then I will be happy to keep my eyes on you.
Thank you.
So did you learn from Sarah Tremere? Is that what she told you?
Maybe.
I'm just putting 1 and 2 together. I'm just saying, you know, it could be something else, and we'll figure it out.
Okay, so I just about the blood thing. Just my source said I shouldn't bite people or this could happen to them. So I need to either get it from like blood bags, supplement, whatever, or kills. Like people that have recently died. And I mean, like, we run into those fairly frequently anyway, so just FYI.
I mean, that's true, but I can see if I can stock up some extra blood for you. Do you have a preferred like type yet?
I don't know.
Red.
Oh, okay. Just if you can just give me a quantity and a frequency, I'll
Every 3 days for right now.
how
I don't know how
you
much. Probably not a lot. And supposedly I'm gonna stop being able to eat like other food, but not yet. So
And we'll just take it one day at a time. And I'm just gonna put my hand on her shoulder. We'll figure this out, but just don't stop eating real food yet.
If I just start acting really weird, I just want you to, know what's going on and know how to help me.
I mean, I don't know how to help you, but I will be happy to go ahead and supply you with blood bags. I don't know.
Thanks, Meredith.
You're welcome.
You sure you don't want to learn how to? I mean, like, I can teach you how to take this thing to the max.
Save that for after our meeting. But yeah, I would look forward to that.
Okay. You just let me know.
For sure.
So hey, Jerome.
Yeah.
I recall, and I correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought that initially after Jill had gotten bitten, and we were all involved.
Mm-hmm.
I put a call into one of our elders, shaman, whatever we may have in the tribe. Did I ever hear anything back about that?
Not as of yet, no.
Okay.
So with that, the rest of you guys drive downtown to the offices of the district attorney, and hit the parking structure. Walk up to, his offices. He actually has it looks like a retainer of security guards that watch the floor at this point now.
Mm.
So you have a security checkpoint to get through, to check in, and then after that security checkpoint, there are 2 guards that wait right outside his door too, for like appointments. And you walk in, everything is, nice, plush, carpeted. He's got he's got a large glass monitor on the wall that dubs as the television for whatever he might need it, or video conferencing if he needs it as well. To which he promptly turns it off when all of you walk in, and he says, welcome. I haven't seen you in some time. Please, everybody, have a seat. I understand these have been some trying times.
A little bit.
So I do understand that your team is down some individuals, but I do have a job for you if you are interested.
Well, I can't speak for everybody. I'm always interested.
Yeah.
Okay.
Out of character, do we get paid for this space job?
Yeah, you already paid for that. We'll go over that later.
Okay.
We can
Because
always
I
use
know
money.
I don't have any money right now.
He says, "All right, well, good. That's good." So, I don't know if you've been following the news. I know you've probably been busy making videos from, I guess, what I understand from the local internet.
It's a long story.
I'm sure it is. However, if you are familiar with scavengers, we are currently plagued with some. Now, it's not uncommon for scavs to come through Phoenix and do what they will, but these particular ones seem intent on staying, and I'd rather that not happen.
No, I hate scabs just as much as the next person.
We first caught wind of them thanks to some of the information you've been able to provide about the tent city on the eastern part of town, outside of or around Apache Junction. It would seem to some extent they've been preying on individuals within town as well as on the eastern border for God only knows what. We've started to see a string of bodies come up with missing cybernetics as well as missing organs, and a subsequent rise in the black market. So we suspect that it's them. I've had some of the PPD tracking them as best as they could, and we believe they are located outside of an abandoned town called Winterberg, which is west of here. This should be a pretty straightforward. I just want you to go in and put the hurt on them.
Do you know what their numbers are about? An estimate?
We don't as of this point, but we don't believe that they are a full gang as of yet. So I would suspect they're within roughly 20, perhaps a little bit less.
Gotcha, man. I'm pretty sure we can do this. And like I said, I hate scabs as much as anybody else, so this would be a pleasure.
Good. Well, I appreciate the effort, and I figured that you would have some skin in this game, being a local, which is why I contacted you directly.
Gotcha.
So then your fee for this will be $15,000, plus anything that you might be able to give me information-wise if they're in contacts with anything else greater than what they are. Anything that you might find at the site that, of course, isn't grotesque or grisly, you're welcome to.
Understood. Is there a time requirement for this? Do we need to hit it right away, or we do
Presumably
have
as
some
quickly as
pressing
possible, but
matters?
this is not a time critical situation, as in we're deadlocked into a specific time frame.
Okay. All right, we'll get it done.
And Locke, if I could speak to you momentarily without your team.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll be over here, guys. I'll be right out.
We got you.
So as everybody exits, he slides a shard to you.
All
Essentially,
right.
just a jump drive.
Without even thinking, I'm just gonna slot it.
Okay. He says, "I figured you might want to know this. This wasn't something that this wasn't information that I was ready to reveal at this point in time because I don't believe she wanted anyone to know. But you see, it's when you slot the information, it's case details, and it's from when your sister went missing.
Oh shit!
And if you remember in your background, it was something that you managed to track her down at basically a drug den where she had been all hopped up and had been used for sex work and was like all tied up, in that sort of seedy underworld. And you recognize the individual who managed to track her down. And it was
Who's
Hellcat.
that? Oh man.
And he says, I figured at this point, this is something you might want to know.
No, I appreciate it, man. I wish this is something that I would have found out while Kat was still here. For sure.
She may have had her reasons.
Yeah. I'm gonna need some time, man, but I appreciate the endeavor.
You're welcome. I would suggest, of course, to staff up accordingly, just in case these scabs happen to be a little bit more organized than we're anticipating.
Got you. All right. Was there anything else?
No, that was it.
All right. We've got some stuff out in the outskirts with Mac's team, but after that we can get right on this.
Just let me know what you find out.
All right, we'll do. I'll take my leave. I'll exit the place to where everybody else is out front or wherever they were standing
Sure.
at. Ready to go, guys. Mac, you said we needed to go see your fam.
Yeah. Are we all caravanning over there? Or?
I'm down to go with you. I don't know if Meredith and Jill want to go.
Sure,
or
why not?
what they've got planned.
Yeah, I need to get out.
Okay. Then it looks like it.
Cruise to the res.
Okay. So when you throw your car into gear, Meredith, you end up hearing one of Samurai's more recent hits chipping in. Turn on. Can you feel that? Da 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 da. Because according to this timeline, it hasn't been that long.
Nope. It's brand new right now, man.
Just about, yeah. To local radio stations currently playing some samurai hits. But as you guys drive across town, start heading out to the western side.
Where's his office? Is it kind of central downtown-ish?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he's located smack dab downtown in one of the local business high rises. So very corpo territory, very clean, heavily patrolled sort of thing. But as you're driving outside of town, heading out on the 10 westward towards Buckeye, essentially, you make your turn off and head out to it's not really wetlands out here, but essentially the outskirts of what was formerly known as Buckeye and the Nomad Camp, which it's this sprawling layout of campers, tents, and some quick and some of those. I don't want to say they're quick design, but they're quick build portable buildings that tear down pretty fast in a pinch.
Gotcha. Monkey huts. I think that's what they call them.
Okay.
All right.
But as you come pulling up, there's you guys pass by two cars that are kind of parked near one another, where near the road, in essence, watching for incoming traffic. But they spot Derek, or not Derek, but they spot Mac, and they wave both cars in.
All right, go on in. Go find Mason.
Yeah, so you guys pull to a stop really anywhere. I mean, it's parking kind of like you would find at the Ren Fair. Park wherever. But there's people walking around. There's a large circle in the very center of the camp, where it's not that there's a whole lot of people there, but it looks like they've set up some benches and old chairs and whatnot for people to occasionally sit or BS or play music or whatever, just in a communal sense. And as you come walking up, one of the guys from your nomad clan, when he comes walking up, before he even gets within 10 feet, you can smell the peyote. Like, he was burning, the midnight oil here recently. And he's just like, "Hey, man, what's up, Mac? I haven't seen you in like a day."
Yeah. A couple days, yeah.
You still driving the Griswold family truckster?
Was he with me?
What's that?
Was he with me on my trip?
What do you mean?
When I went out and had my spiritual peyote.
Oh no, huh?
Fun.
No. You got to remember, your clan is pretty big.
Oh,
I mean, as far as people are concerned, it's like 400 people deep.
Okay. And what did he say? I didn't catch what he said.
Oh, no, he says, "Are you still driving the Griswold family truckster?"
Absolutely.
Right on, man. Right
I
on.
want to keep it, man. I'll just armor it up, keep it in the family.
Oh, dude. Like, we totally found some, like, metal plating. Do you want us to, like, throw it on? We got, like, one of those Mexican speed wrenches that we can, ratchet it on, like, quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Let's do it.
All right. So he, like, turns around and he, like, hollers randomly in a direction that, probably makes sense for him. And, like, some people kind of meerkat real quick, as he hollers and to peek up to see what it is he's calling about. And he motions him over and he's like, "Yeah, man, bring the tools. We're going to do a retro on the Griswold family truckster." And so, some guys are just like, "Oh, okay. Well, they're excited to be doing something other than, BSing and playing cards and whatnot." So they grab their tools and, they run over and start pushing the car over towards, and it's not really a shed. It's more of just a tent, but where they're going to do the repairs.
Right on.
Because if I remember, I think it took a couple of hits from bullets. It wasn't as riddled as any of the other vehicles, but it's had a couple pot shots at it.
Mm-hmm.
Still look for Mason.
Yeah, okay. So at this point, Mason is when you end up finding him, he's at the bar that they've set up here, which in essence it's just a retooled RV that has a physically working like those camper tents that extend outward. So they've got that extended outward, and they've pulled out. Which they have to do physically every time whenever you guys relocate, but it's literally like an old bar that they've pulled from someplace, like a section of it that they use for to set it up, and then they've got some bench seating out in front of it. None of the bench seating matches, but it's got like Michelob, all rusted in on the side of the bar.
Right.
Like one at the end, like a barber chair.
Kind of, yeah. Then Mason just happens to be there, and he's currently downing some beverage that everybody some sort of alcoholic beverage that the clan has come up with, which is usually pretty potent. Oh, there's a Darby. Hey, Mac. I wasn't expecting you so soon.
Oh, we had to go into town, so figured we'd swing out this way.
Right, okay. So I don't know what all that you know of the clan from the start. You were still kind of young back then. And this dates back about 5 or so years. But we found one of the original founders. He managed to track us down here in Phoenix, Arizona.
Really?
So I figured you might want to get to meet him.
Yeah. Well, because out of character, Mason's last name is Molinar, correct?
A lot of people have that last name.
Oh, okay. So that doesn't necessarily mean anything.
Yeah, not everybody. Some people are adopted into it. Other people keep their last name, but some people are adopted into it. So it's
Is this one of the original Molinars?
What's that?
Is this one of the original Molinars?
Are you asking in character? He says,
Yes.
yeah. No, it's back from when we were making the trek back up from Mexico.
Oh, wow. So now I'm like trying to jog my memory of when I was a child, kind of thing.
Mm. Yeah, you ended up catching up with the Molinar family and joining them shortly after they made it into the United States, because you were Native American at that partly by birth, if I remember correctly.
Right. I'm part Apache.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, I'd really like to meet him.
Yeah, so he whistles, real quick, and he motions to Wolf to come over. And he says, yeah, I don't know where the hell he's been at this point, but he's been around. And he says, so Mac, this guy here, he says, this is Wolf, and he motions to Wolf as he comes walking over. I'll let you describe your character, how you're set up. And he says, Wolf, this is Mac. He's one of our local kind of go-getters and considered a lieutenant. Kind of one of the guys. Despite his age, they kind of look to him.
So you see a rather large-looking gentleman with what looks to be some kind of old ratty hoodie, military camo pants, and wolf ears on the top of his head.
Like real wolf ears?
Like moving, functioning, what look like wolf ears.
That's crazy, dude.
So out of character, you have a mod.
Correct.
Okay. Have I heard of Wolf before?
Yeah, there are stories. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you look at the packet, the text document I sent you, he's mentioned there.
Okay.
Out of character, I'm more or less. It took me a lot longer than everyone else to get back. Like, I took the long way, helping other people as well along the way.
That's awesome. Yeah. I've been doing what I can to do the same. I mean, family's everything, man.
I agree 100%. I don't know about calling me founder. That makes me sound older than I am, though.
Well, you are getting up there.
How
That is
old
true.
is your character? Out of
30
out of
years old.
Hmm?
30.
Oh, okay.
He's got 1 foot in the grave at this point.
Yeah.
So listen,
I
I'm
don't-
going to
I-
let you. I'm going to let you two chat, and get to know one another. I've got some other things I need to talk to some other family members about. I'll catch up to you in a few. And he takes his glass and walks off.
All right. I think your camera's frozen too.
It is.
Oh,
It's fine.
But yeah.
Still hear your voice. It's all good.
Right.
Yep.
So are you looking to stay around now? I mean, how many people did you bring in? I mean, increasing the clan's great. I mean, we need all the help we can get. What are you looking at doing now? Do you have more people you need to go get, or are you going to stick around, or what's your story?
my mission from Panama is complete, I think. Unless there's someone I missed, but that could have been possible. There were so many of us left behind.
It's happened, yeah. We've lost a couple. I'm sure you may have been caught up a little bit, but we've lost a couple in years recent too, for one reason or another. But
I heard condolences.
yeah. But I would like to say through actually our teams departed, Kat, myself, and our team, we've brought ourselves to a truce with Knight's Call, the gang right across the freeway, who we weren't on hostile terms, but we weren't on good terms. But we're working with them now. So we've kind of increased our security where we're at. So it's good to hear. I mean, if I don't mean to be forward, but with the loss of our friend, and judging by just some of the stories that I may have heard, and you, with the experience that you have, would you be interested in, kind of going around with us? We could always, I mean, I'd love to introduce you to the rest of the group.
Hey, I'm looking for work. I mean, that works for me. I don't know much about, what it's become up north here. Literally just got back, maybe within the week.
Oh yeah. Be more than happy to kind of show you around, and we've got some good connects.
All right, I'm down. I'm at your service whenever you need. Family's family.
Great. Well, the rest of my group is here. If you want to, I probably left them like somewhere off to the side, maybe getting a drink or something like that. I would assume, right, Jerome?
Well, right now, I mean, they haven't really been introduced to anybody, so they're kind of still hanging around the vehicles.
Oh,
Well, at this point, hanging around the Meredith mobile, because the Griswold family truckster
right.
is
Well,
currently being worked on.
In the chop shop.
Well, they've met a few of the people
Mm-hmm.
because it was my clan that came and
Yes,
remodeled the.
but that's like maybe 2% of the clan.
Right,
This is the first time any of your group has actually been here.
Oh, that's right, huh?
Mhm.
Wow. Well, then introductions are in order. Then, have Wolf come with me and be like, "Hey, I'll come on over here and I'll introduce you to the group." I'm actually kind of falling a little bit behind. I was curious to find out what Mason wanted to introducing me to you. And this is the first time my group's been out here to the area, so need kind of introductions are in order, definitely. So go through and walk up with Wolf and give him the 2-minute spiel of he's one of the OGs of the clan.
Okay, if you guys want to take a moment to describe how your characters are dressed or any distinguishing features, such as locks, flowing mane.
And Wolf, that's
right on. Looks like
Nice.
Snake from Metal Gear on the NES, man.
like leather jacket,
So when you look at
kind of sort of pretty boy.
Nice.
But
so when you look at Locke, you see a man. He's about 5'11", long white hair. Looks a little bit like Dante from Devil May Cry. He's wearing a sakujan, which is like one of those Japanese souvenir jackets, but it's got Godzilla on the back, and it's armored. You could tell he carries himself like a merc, a solo, if you will. He's not really one of those reserved people. He's kind of upfront about whatever he wants to say, but he gives you a hello. He said, "If you're family with Mac, then you're family with us, man. Welcome aboard."
Nice. Thanks. I like your hair.
Thanks, man. Me too.
Meredith is just going to come up and shake his hand, and she's of average height. She has kind of like black Betty Page hair, and she's just wearing like nondescript clothes, nothing flashy or nothing drawing attention to her. But she, in the face, she looks like Jane Field. She has the accoutrement to go around with it.
She has the equipment.
Those big old
She has the
attachments up front, man. Those big old accoutrements.
The huge tracts of land.
The centerpieces, man.
I shake your hand since you offered to shake mine as well. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Good to meet you. I'm not really the fighting type, but I can stitch somebody up pretty well.
Oh, a doc, huh? Are you a spirit healer?
A spirit healer? I mean, if
A shaman?
No, not exactly. I occasionally install dongs. I mean, it's not a. I think that's maybe just a different type of medicine. I'm sorry.
That
Fair
could be a
enough.
spiritual experience.
That's pretty spiritual.
I mean, it's all what you do with it.
Steely Stan, man.
That is true.
Out of character, none of their vehicles are Militech, right? Or have Militech plating
Nope.
or anything like that?
Nope.
Okay, just making sure.
Well, you haven't seen mine.
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, you haven't seen my vehicle yet.
Well, the one that they're not to interrupt, but the one that they're standing around is actually looks like it probably at one point it was no longer is, but it is a type of Mercedes that has been retrofitted, so it's got armor plating and bulletproof windows and whatnot, but it's nothing corpo or anything of that nature.
Okay.
So, Jill is like, we never actually like decided what she looks like, so I'm just gonna tell you.
Sure.
Wing it.
She's also average height, kind of on the slender side. She's cute, but like not but she's pretty young. She's like, what are we, like 21 ish, 20.
Yeah, around
Mhm.
20. She's got like short brownish hair, like shoulderish brownish hair, and big eyes and kind of dark makeup. But so her fashion sense is kind of a mix between like World War II with some like um, punk accessories.
Oh, man.
And then
She's like Tank Girl, man.
so she'll walk up and or just like hold out her hand and say, "Hi, I'm Jill. I'm the wheels of this operation, except not today."
Not today.
I'd shake your hand too. You know, I'd shake any hand that's offered to me because I'm friendly in nature. So I would shake your hand and likewise greetings.
Nice to meet you, Mr. Wolf.
Thanks.
And as you're doing these introductions, it's occasionally interrupted with loud sounds of.
Sounds like Discount Tire over there, man.
Mac, were they
just-
supposed to take your car away?
What's that?
Were they supposed to take your car?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, like, I don't know how it works here. I just wanted to, you know, I don't want to step on any toes, but
I not in simplicity terms, like they consider me a lieutenant here.
is that like
Like I'm one of the
Right.
leaders, sub leaders. We treat ourselves as a tribe, and except for the newest people here, everybody knows me, as well as
wow.
Mason, the man who I came to meet and everything. I might not know everybody really well, but almost everybody, or pretty close to everybody for the most part, knows who I am.
I had no idea you were that important.
I'm not. They just think I am, but I'm not.
Now
We've
you're
had a
just being humble.
we've had a celebrity in our ranks this entire time.
No.
Do you get any
No,
lapel pins?
stop.
I just. Is there anybody walking by that I know knows my family, like is friends with my family, like we're
Oh, yeah,
a little bit more?
plenty of people. Mm-hmm.
But where's my little sister?
Do you just say that out loud?
I like holler at somebody and I'm like, "Hey, do you know where my little sis is at?"
So like somebody like looks around and they're a little ways away and they mention something to the person next to them and they say something to them. It's like, she's at the riverbed.
Hey, if you happen to see my mom, let her know I'm here.
Oh, she took some ladies out and they are, and looks down at the person and they say something again.
Oh man.
Now it says XSplit.
Mhm.
And then she says, and then looks back up and says, well, she's out gathering.
And do I know that's like stuff for her practice?
Not really. It's more along the lines of just looking for resources. So it could be food. It could be, like local wildlife or whatnot, just taking in what they can.
All right. All right. How far are we from the riverbed?
The camp is actually pitched outside, or I should say near the riverbed itself. Because remember,
Right.
you guys took over what had been farming land out here in an effort to try and grow stuff.
Farm?
Yeah.
All right. While they like, hey, do you guys mind if leave you guys here to get acquainted a little bit? I've already heard a little bit of the backstory of Wolf and that. I need to go see my sister.
I mean, for sure. Is everything okay?
She's my little sis. I'll bring her back here.
For sure.
Yeah. I go off and just start jogging off towards the riverbed.
Okay.
I'm sure
Go
your
find
friends
her.
don't bite.
What's that?
I said, I'm sure your friends don't bite much.
Much.
I'll hang out with them.
No.
Meredith like just shoots a quick look to Jill, like, and doesn't say anything.
Jill looks like she's trying to like not look suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
All right, so
Yeah.
Mac, you head out to the riverbed,
Mm-hmm.
and you can see there's just a bunch of the kids out here playing. Really,
Right. Well, because what I've got, I mean, I'm assuming I've aged a year, and out of the 4 kids below me in age, she was like, you said she was like less than 10. I can't remember what age you had said, or if you had said, but I know the 3 youngest is girl, boy, girl, and then another boy, and then me, and then my 2 older brothers.
mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I was going back and looking at that. Yeah, no, they're out here all they're playing right now.
like go out there and be like whistle and yell her name.
Okay, I'm so she like looks around and then just waves, and her hair is like a tangled mess at this point. She must have been out here wrestling because she's like Dirty McNasty. And she comes running over. She's got she has a dress. She has kind of like the shoulder harness on for a pistol, but there's no pistol in it right now. And she has the shoes that are unlaced, so they're like flopping around on her feet as she comes running through the dried riverbed.
Of course, give her the big hug. How you doing?
She immediately starts patting you down. Where is it?
Where is
Do I
it?
do I still have a morsel of chocolate on me?
Oh
I was
God,
gonna
no,
say, it's
no.
gotta be candy, dude.
Yeah, no, it's candy.
Or morsel of candy or anything on me
Nope.
still?
Oh yeah, no.
No. So I haven't been able to get any this time.
So she kicks you in
Did
the
you already
shin.
finish everything that I brought you?
She says yes. Why wouldn't
How
I?
long did it last?
I made it last a day and a half. Thank you.
That was probably a good week's worth of candy.
A week's worth
How
of
am I
candy,
supposed to
dude.
know?
I'll see what I can do for next time.
Why don't you just tell me where you got it at, and I can go have Mom take me there and we can go buy some.
Yeah, no. Not where I got this one
She
from.
kicks you again. Jerk.
No! It's too dangerous for you.
What? I know
Yeah.
how to use a gun.
Yeah,
I can
but
pop
so
a
does
cat.
150
Thank you.
other people there. And they're better than you.
They can't all
And
want
probably
candy.
better than me.
They can't all want candy.
I'll make sure I bring some back next time.
When?
I don't know.
Tomorrow.
I'll see what I can do.
Please.
Do you want to meet my team?
Pretty please. Tomorrow.
I will see what I can do.
Fine.
Do you want to meet my friends? I talk about you. They already know you.
Why do they already know me?
Because I talk about
Are
you.
you doing those illegal brain dance things? Are they looking at your memories?
No.
Mom says that's not right. That's dirty.
That's dirty.
No. No, I'm not doing that.
You got the implants too. How can I
I didn't
trust
get
you?
any implant. I'm natural. There's nothing fake on me.
Then what happened to your arm?
I was gonna say, isn't your arm?
It's still real.
That's right, it is real. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's just a black man's arm.
That's what happens when you drive in the Arizona sun with that arm out the window, okay?
It gets a higher melanin count.
You're not wrong.
All right,
It's called
fine.
Keystone.
Fine.
Is he close enough to yell at?
I mean, you could yell across the camp, but it'd probably be pretty hard to hear, but you still could.
Oh, because I'd yell like as real as my ears are. But I don't even know if I could hear him. I'd have to probably roll for it. Because there's like all kinds of drinking and
Oh yeah,
loud
there's an
noises.
there's an entire camp between the two.
Yeah. So I'll start heading back that way.
Okay.
While we've been hanging out with Wolf, I've just been like inspecting his ears. And do you mind if I take a look? And I'm just gonna like take a look at the edges and stuff. And who's your doctor?
She's gonna do the Inuyasha thing.
Yeah.
He's gonna start going.
You can tell that it's a cyber audio mod. I'm assuming that she would be able to tell that, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
easily.
And I would tell you that my Ripper Doc is unknown. Just
Oh.
because for reasons.
Me too.
I'm looking for a new one though.
I mean,
I probably
that's
haven't
exactly
had.
my-
Bound.
Go ahead.
I was gonna say that's maybe not exactly my speed, but I can install anything.
Because I probably haven't
Actually,
had them serviced in a while.
I'm gonna go ahead and do you mind if I like tinker? Can I like kind of like I don't know, fix up his ears a little while we're waiting? I have my kit on me.
You sure can if you want.
Okay.
If he
I'd like
if he
to.
allows it.
I mean, do you
Yeah, I don't-
mind? Do you want
Yeah,
me
I don't
to?
care.
He's like, I've got to consent first.
Well, I need the patient to.
Right.
While they're fussing around with that, I'm gonna wander over to the garage and watch the guys work.
Okay. Yep, they're swapping
I'm
out
gonna
plating
watch-
on the vehicle and layering it so it works, like armor at this point. And they're touching up the shocks, so and replacing those as best as possible, so that way it doesn't, it can hold and withstand the extra weight.
They probably needed to be replaced anyway.
Okay, so
I'm
if
gonna
you're going
watch
to
Meredith
inspect
Doc.
the ears, go ahead and give me a tech and med tech check.
First roll of the day.
Yup.
Woohoo.
Knock on some wood, babe.
First roll of the year.
Oh shit.
Ooh.
Yep.
Dun,
Maybe
dun,
I don't-
dun.
I don't need
Be-
luck. I'm gonna use Sophie's dice or Brittany's dice.
I touched those. Be forewarned.
It'd be my luck she rolls a 1 and rips an ear off.
We're breaking the curse this year, Brittany. We're taking
There
it
you
back,
go.
right?
That's a good way to look at it.
All right, let's do it.
Go real fast.
Punch this in the face.
Yes.
Please
Yes.
don't.
25.
Damn.
Nice.
I got
I'll
a
be right
fin.
Yes.
Your bone dice serve me well.
Yes.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
So you touch them up, and it looks, or I should say, not touch them up, but you
Feel
open
them
it up to take a look, and you clean out some of the dirt that's accumulated in the cyber ear, in the actuators and whatnot. And you can tell while they're not new, they were probably they're corporate level. So
So they're nice.
when they were first bought, they were or first installed, they were definitely top notch.
Yeah. These are pretty spiffy, man.
Thanks.
Some nice parts.
Out of character, I'd probably be proud of my cybernetics, right? But not necessarily who they came from.
Yeah.
Okay, then yeah, thank you. They've been serving me well for a long time.
Yeah, these are nice. They look like they probably cost a pretty penny.
I wouldn't know.
Even better.
Yeah. So, Jill, you end up getting a text message.
I'm gonna look at it.
It's from ST.
What does it say?
How is everything? Adjusting?
I'm going to text back and say, new normal. Okay, so far.
Okay, so you get a smiley face back.
I'm going to send her a heart back.
Okay.
Man, it took me forever to figure out what ST meant. Dude, I feel like a jerk.
And then another text comes in and says, "You're outside of town?"
I'll text back and say, with Mac's family.
And then you get you end up getting the O face emoji, like the and then it says, "Be sure to try the root beer."
Oh.
I'm gonna put away the phone and say, Mac, Mac.
And as you're starting to call, like Mac is actually walking up, and he's got a very dirty, ratty-haired looking girl that's kind of following behind him.
Like the feral kid from Mad Max.
Kind of, yeah,
That's what I
very
was just
very
gonna say.
tomboyish, but she has a holster on as well.
Oh wow.
Like normally she might be packing, which is funny in the Cyberpunk 2077 game. If you play it and you wander around, you do stumble onto toddlers with pistols.
No, yeah, I've seen him, man.
Yikes.
They don't play.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna yell out to Mac, hey, you guys have root beer here?
Oh,
And you're muted.
You're muted. Mac, you're muted. You're muted, Mac. You're muted, Mac.
Try again.
No, I'm not. Do I have any idea where this connection came through of this root beer?
She just happened to be asking for root beer.
Root beer? Why do you ask?
A
I
little.
thought you were more against. I thought you were more for the mountain lightning.
You know what? Beggars can't be choosers. But okay, what I actually meant was, I heard from a mutual friend named you know who
I'm gonna lay it on real quick.
that I should try the root beer while I'm here.
So
What is
now
that?
what does that mean? Out of character.
She's talking about Sarah.
Oh, I know that.
No, that your family makes root beer.
Oh, okay.
That's literally all it means.
Oh, okay.
It's one of the it's
If
one of
there's
the
anything more than-
non-alcoholic drinks that they make, so they're not saucing up the kids.
I thought that he had like never had soda before recently.
No, you haven't.
Probably carbonated.
You just never had like sugar before recently,
Right.
or candy.
Yeah.
I mean, it takes a lot of sugar to make root beer.
She's out of character. She's actually come over here and made root beer at her house.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Anyway, whatever.
I'll see what I can do. See if we have any. Everybody, this is my little sister.
So she says, "Hi."
I'm gonna
Oh.
give her the fancy secret handshake that she doesn't know that we have.
Okay, so she's like
She's like, oh, okay.
like trying to follow along, like, okay. Oh, you must have candy.
You must have candy.
I'm gonna check my pockets.
Oh, give me a D10 roll.
9.
9. Okay, you actually happen to have a stick of rock candy you completely forgot about.
Nice.
I'm gonna hand it over to her like the Holy Grail.
And she's like,
hereby bestow upon thee.
and she's like, oh, rock candy. And she just swipe, like in a blur, it swiped out of your hand. Just whoosh.
My hand is like half eaten.
It's attacked like the
You pull 'em back
Tasmanian
now.
devil.
Solid nub.
That is my candy piranha. That's the one that I have to. I'm obliged to bring stuff back for. That's why I usually bought so much.
You know, it kind of makes sense now. I thought
I'm
you were
very
in a village.
I'm very relieved that you weren't consuming all of that yourself, Mac. I was quite concerned for a while.
There's 4 siblings younger than me, and
Hey,
there's a little bit of a break between me and my younger brother, but yeah, 2 girls and 2 boys. But
How old was this particular sister?
what, probably like 8?
She's 9 at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she says, "Thank you, bye," and then like starts running off with the stick of candy shoved in her mouth.
Yep. I guess the rest of my family, I mean, the rest of my siblings are probably around. My older brothers are doing something. She's the baby though.
I bet you're probably the favorite. Her favorite also.
As long as I bribe her with with enough candy.
Hmm.
She's gonna have no teeth. You keep giving her all that candy
Mom yells at me.
for good reason.
Yeah.
So they start pushing out the Family Road
Holiday Road.
or Holiday Road, yeah, Family Road.
Yeah.
And it has some extra plating on the sides, of the door and the sides of the vehicle, and updated shocks.
Nice. Looks decent.
So you're gonna need to watch it on the turns, man. She's gonna drag a little bit like she's got a saggy butt because you've got the extra weight there, but the shocks should be able to handle it, dude.
Thank you. That comes in handy.
No problem.
When and if you guys happen to come across any reinforced glass that may fit, or you could mod to fit, let me know.
Preem, dude. Will do.
I start checking it over, looking for bubble gum because I know how Molinars sometimes work.
Yeah. Paper clips.
Duct tape and baling wire.
Yeah, no, nothing like that. It is set. Although he didn't clean it out for him, it's the work has been done and completed.
So you're saying the bubble gum that was there before is still there?
If it was a part of the decoration of the interior, yes, it was.
I'm confident they do good work. I just know that there's sometimes people who take shortcuts.
Yeah,
That was quick.
talking about the MacGyvering.
That's my bloodline.
They pulled half the clan over there.
Yeah.
So what are you guys doing now? Seeing as how I'm going to join up with you.
Well, the job that we just landed is some wet work actually. There's some scavs on the outside of town that need some routing out. You're not shy around guns, are you?
Nah, not in the least, friend.
I didn't think so.
We got
Not
any
very
guys
good
around-
with them, but I'm not scared of them.
Do we have any other guys around here in the clan that do we want to bring a couple extra hands? He said that we might want
We
to.
probably should if there's about 20 there, we could use all the help we can muster, man.
Yeah, I'm not exactly one to break anybody's arms, so
I'm better with.
If we had Dane with us still, that it'd be different. But
Talk to some of the guys that I know that are a little bit more into the dirty work.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, we got a small job. We're just trying to put some pressure on some scabs.
Okay,
Can I
so
assist him?
what's that?
Can I assist him? Like go with him and.
Oh yeah, you're more than welcome. You're absolutely welcome.
Mm-hmm.
You're.
You find at this particular moment, most of the stronger, able-bodied types right now are currently at work, working at the Genom docks.
oh, it's your call, man. We can wait if you want.
But I mean, you can still ask some folks to come along. It's just the more able-bodied ones are currently working for a living, bringing in those eddies.
I'm inclined almost to. I mean, hey, it's an idea, and I'm throwing it across to you guys. If these scabs are in place, they pose a threat to the gangs, the established gangs. How about and I look specifically at Meredith and say, not you, call Rex and see if he's interested in throwing a couple guys our way to help ensure that they don't impede his business, since it's not a heavy job.
That's between y'all, but that sounds like a plan to me, man.
Okay, I'll step off. I mean, I'll still stay right there within the group. I mean, they can hear me, but call Rex.
Okay. So the phone buzzes, and then the visual comes across, and he runs some fingers through his hair and tosses it back, and he says,
"Sexy Rex."
Ah, Mac.
How you doing, Rex?
I'm doing all right.
Been a little bit.
Where are my drugs?
Right to the point.
Out of character, where do we stand on that?
That is an absolute great question. You don't specifically know?
That's why Meredith split.
Yes, he's like, I'm out of here.
Hey, as you know, Rex, that is not my gig. I'm calling you about something else.
Well, it's a gig you're tied to, so.
Loosely, and I made that abundantly clear. I don't deal in that. Not personally. And don't draw me in the middle of it. Yes, I do know your people, and I admit to that, but that is not me. And
So
I'm
why
being
don't-
firm. I'm being professional but firm.
Okay, so go ahead and give me an empathy and. Let's see. Hold on a second. Getting something pulled up. Eventually. There we go. Okay, so let's go. Let's go leadership
Where's that at?
under empathy skills. So empathy and leadership and a D10 roll.
Ooh, 19. Right? No, I'm sorry. I added wrong. It's not 19. It's 18.
Okay. Fair enough for now. What do you need?
You heard about those scabs in town?
I've heard rumor.
Well, we were asked to. They're starting to get a little big for their britches. And I'm just curious. It's not a big job, but we were, by any means, but we were contracted to go in there and just give them a warm welcome to Phoenix.
I see.
And I'm just curious if you have a couple of guys. Like I said, this is not anything, but I figured that, you know, if somebody else gets established, not only the other gangs immediately in their area, but this could affect you too.
It could, if you are assuming that we're at crosshairs with this particular group. As you are well aware, we don't have any problems with anyone else.
Right.
There's a reason for that.
Duly noted. And then we don't have to show that your affiliation or anything else like that. I'm just throwing it out there, seeing if you might be interested. Your guys can make a couple bucks, and it's not big.
Oh, a couple of dollars. Well, let's see. How about I send you a couple of decent lads like you're suggesting, and then they promptly escort Meredith here when they're done?
No.
Well, then I think you have your answer then.
Okay. I'm not her pimp. And hang up.
Okay.
Could we all overhear that, or just hear Mac at that point?
You heard Mac.
I take it that didn't go so well, probably because of me.
Possibly. Because
Sorry
of
about
course. No, it's not your fault. He's a pig.
I will agree
But he's
with
my
that.
neighbor. And he'll get over it. I'm sure I might have pressed the envelope, but I didn't burst any borders. But he's not going to go, and I'm not going to let him go through me to try to get to you. That's not my game.
I appreciate
Sounds like you guys owe this guy money or something.
it. Not
Long stories.
It's
Yeah,
Meredith can
it's a
explain
very
it.
long story. It is.
Well, Rex-
We'll talk about it later.
Rex from Night's Call. That's the one I've kind of smoothed things over a little bit, but like I said, we were never hostile. But
Rex is all complications.
Rex is Rex, and as I've stated, and it's obvious from the side of the conversation, he's a pig.
Duly
Because
noted.
as you can see,
Your audio went out.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Still out. Everything after, as you can see, cut out, man.
To be fair.
To be fair.
Man, what is with our tech tonight?
I don't know.
Is it a full
Some
moon?
fancy graphics, dude.
Maybe it's a full moon.
Is it?
I have no
I have
idea.
no idea.
No.
Nope.
Nope. Can't
Nope.
hear you.
Mm-mm.
Nothing.
Can you hear us?
Can you hear us?
You might need to reset your audio through Discord. Just change it to something else if you can.
It is not a full moon tonight, but it is a full wolf moon on January 28th.
Oh.
28th? That's
Yeah.
not any time close to now.
Nope.
I know.
She's all, that's nice.
Yeah.
Has nothing to do with us now.
Here's some very impertinent knowledge.
Impertinent.
I am also part of this conversation.
But later on, when someone's randomly like, "Hey, did you know that the 28th is going to be a wolf moon?"
I guess I did. I knew that earlier this month.
Everybody knows that. Derek, try toggling your audio input.
Well, he said he can't hear anything now.
Wait, he can't hear us?
Nope.
Reach over and grab an antivirus disk and then tap your PC while saying, "By the power of Norton, I compel you."
By the power of Norton. Kaspersky.
McAfee, whoever
Yeah.
you just happen to have.
So at any rate, so while we wait for Derek and his technical bugs, Meredith, you end up getting a text.
I'll look at the text, but I have a feeling that I probably know who the text is from.
It is from Chunk.
Oh, thank goodness. Oh, maybe it's still okay. What is it? I'm going to read this message from Chunk.
Okay.
I'm gonna read this mess in Chunk's voice.
Yeah, in Chunk's voice. Yeah. No, it says, "Hey, so haven't had an update in a while. Hellcat isn't responding, and some, as he puts it, ne'er-do-wells are have been poking around the Superstition Grill. Ideas?"
I'm gonna call him.
Yeah, I lost video for Missy and Dante at this point.
Yep, I don't see him either.
Same.
See, I've lost video for Dante, but you three are frozen, and Derek is
Weird.
Holy moly.
Son of bitch.
The stacks are against us, man.
Hold on a second. Jump out, jump back in.
Uh-oh.
No, I jumped out and jumped back in real quick to see if.
We need to get a can of grade on this tech.
Now Derek is trying to jump into the wrong room.
He
I can see no one now.
I can
he said
see.
he accidentally left the server,
Oh wow.
so we need to give him an invitation.
I think so. Yeah.
Let me see if I can figure out.
I'll probably need to be the one to do that. Whoops.
What's he?
Dang it! Pulling the wrong windows down.
What's his name again? Oh, I don't think I'm actually friends with him.
That's
Yeah, let me send it.
Here we go. And there's Dante. Invite people. No, it doesn't show that he's out of the server.
I don't know. I sent him the link. Hopefully that'll do something.
Would I know who these out of character? I mean, that's all everything is right now. But would I know who this Night Sky or what's the name of the group?
Knight's Call.
Yeah, would I know them?
Yeah, there he is.
Of them?
So I guess he did leave, but it didn't show it. Weird.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Yeah, hang on.
And I can hear you. And I can hear you.
Oh yeah, we can see you.
It was weird, like mid-sentence, like all you guys just went mute. It was weird.
There we go. Now I've got everybody back.
Cool.
And I think I got Derek back in the right place. Let's go back to the
Boy.
main window. Poof. There we go.
My
Everybody lined
goodness.
up correctly. All right.
Missy, you're muted.
Yep.
Yeah, I knew that.
So we're ready.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what happened after that? Anything?
Missy got a text.
Yeah, from Chunk, and I was gonna call Chunk.
Oh, okay.
And you're going to what?
I was gonna give Chunk a call
Oh, okay.
because I don't think texting somebody that somebody died is a cool thing.
All right.
Oh yeah,
So-
by the way.
You call and his face comes up and you can see smoke like in the background. He's currently obviously cooking, and he quickly takes off the chef's hat and he smooths out the apron real quick and he's like, hey, can you kind of take over the grill here real quick? I've got a call I need to take. How you doing there, buddy, pal, Meredith, gal?
I'm here, but I guess things have been better. What's going on around there? Who are these ne'er-do-wells? What are they asking?
Yeah. So they're like the people who hang out in the tent city people, the people who hang out the tents, the transients, I think that you call them. Yeah, they've been talking about some people are kind of poking around and making their lives hell.
Talking about what people?
They seem to call themselves Venom or something like that. They got some gang colors I didn't recognize.
Wait, you're saying that the transients have gang colors?
And he looks around real quick and he's like, so if they all wear beige, does that mean they've got gang colors?
That's what I'm trying to understand. The transients are talking about a gang that's...
Yeah, there's some kind of gang that's coming around that's kind of hassling them, and seems like they call themselves Venom.
What are they
I don't like that
hassling?
name.
Yeah, have they told you anything that they're hassling them for? Is it information,
Not the ones
credits?
that seem to get hassled. They seem to be buried in 6 foot under, or they go missing. Now, I
Oh,
tried to tell Hellcat this, but she's kind of not returning my calls. I think I said something wrong.
Chunk. I'm sorry to have to be the one to tell you this, but she's no longer with in a present
So she's not in
physical.
town anymore. She's out of cell phone signal.
Kind of. She. It's been a rough time, man, but she's dead.
Oh. Oh.
So that's why that's why she's not returning your calls.
Is it possible to get into her voicemail and delete voice messages? Because I may have left a bit too many. It would be kind of
I
embarrassing, yeah.
I I can ask a friend to look into it.
Oh, if you would, you'd be a buddy and a pal. Thank you very much, and you. Oh, and some guys from the Night's Call have come around, and they've kind of been wanting their cooked up batch. I didn't know what you wanted me to tell, because I'm just a cook. I'm not really that point person that did that. And then you hear a ding, 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 order up.
I won't keep you too long, man, but just keep those guys on ice for a while. If things get too hot, give me a holler. But just tell them perfection takes time.
All right, definitely will do. Let them know perfection takes time, and to give us some more time. Time is definitely good. So should I be following up with you from here on out for the batch and the goods?
Yeah, you might as well.
All right. Well, give me a call again if you need to talk or just chat or whatnot. I tend to be a good listener.
Thanks, Chung.
Oh, you're welcome. And if you happen to have a moment, we could use a resupply over here too. We're kind of running low on supplies and people to test the product on.
We can arrange that. I'm sure if you can get me an updated product list of what supplies that you need for manufacturing, and
Absolutely.
maybe we can find some new people to test.
Of course, I'll get that to you post haste.
Thanks.
All right, this is a little uncomfortable, so I'm going to kind of let you go. I'm kind of busy right now, so thanks for giving me a call.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, Chunk.
Okay, and he hangs up.
What kind of voicemails?
Now you really have to listen to this.
Hold on. So, so I'm gonna text Syntax and hey, I need you to do something for me. I'm sorry. Can you please hack into Hellcat's voicemail and send me the copies of the messages, but delete the rest of
Okay. Yeah, it'll take me a little while, but I can do that. She fires a text back.
it. Okay. I'm just gonna say thanks. I owe you.
Well, you always owe me.
She's just gonna send just a smiley face. And then...
Okay. She sends a devil with horns.
So we have some issues. Chunk said that there are some people wearing gang colors and calling themselves Venom. And they are
So that the
like
name
they're
blocks old.
it is. And oddly enough, they're pestering the transient crowd outside the Superstition Grill in Tent City. That I we gotta find more information on that because that's a lot of questions. That doesn't make sense.
Are these the same people that we're going after?
It doesn't they're wearing yellow.
I'm
That's
gonna.
what Chunk said. Chunk didn't have too much information other
Chunk
than
said
their
beige.
Oh, did he say
yeah.
beige?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was about to ask
where
if
did
they're
I get
big
yellow from?
bumblebees.
Wait, no. I heard a yellow. Why did I
We
hear
said if
yellow?
they're all wearing beige.
Oh, okay.
That was that.
I thought
that
you
asking whether the transients had formed a gang,
exactly. That's what
Yeah.
I thought too.
and he said, "Is
And he
beige
responded confused as well. Yes, and he says, "Is beige a gang
is
color?"
beige
Basically,
gang colors?" So I guess there's another a non-transient gang.
Oh
Yes,
crap! It's
pestering
UPS.
the transients.
Uh-oh.
What can Brown do for you?
What
Yep,
can
they're
Brown
gonna
do for
punish.
me?
They're gonna punish us through deliveries.
I heard they got nice packages.
Their packages are slow. Sorry.
That is true.
She's all
Amazon's
sorry.
faster.
I'll see myself out.
And on that note,
And oh wait, where did I leave off? Oh yeah, so confusing situation about the transient gangs. There's a gang lock pestering the transients in the area, and they call themselves Venom.
I got that much.
Uh,
It's weird that the gang is called Venom, and I still have an arch enemy named Venom.
yeah, is that his MO? Would he flies solo, doesn't he?
Well, he had that one bitch with him. The one chick with the black eyes, man. That one bitch. Oh my god, you remember her?
Yeah. Yeah, the one
That
we
chick
tried to snipe
sucked.
off, but she ended up like holding us
Yeah.
down and damn near killing us.
Worst ever.
I hate her. Hate him more
I
though.
remember that being a pretty rough time.
Yeah, dude. She would not die, man. But yeah, I have no idea. I don't. As far as I know, it was just him, and then her. But
Do you think there are cameras?
I'm not aware of any cameras in that area. I can ask them. I don't know if there's going to be so many cameras in Tent City though, because that's where it sounds like they're being hassled.
Who else would know about activity down there that we could get for more information? Sounds like maybe Chunk is kind of the third party or the removed witness, since he was just reporting what they said, right?
Where
Yeah,
where did the DA say that this other scabs are at?
I forget the town. It's a
Oh,
place that I haven't been to.
I wrote down Winterberg, but I've
Yep.
never heard of Winterberg.
Google
Is
it.
that south of the tent city?
Nope.
No,
Nope.
Separate place.
Yep. Google it.
it's south of what? It's where?
It's-
Winters.
it's Google it.
Wintersburg is.
It's down Looks like
Oh, it's over by Buckeye. That's what I
yeah,
wrote
it's
down.
a
Buckeye.
little south of
Oh,
Buckeye.
so that's just west of where we are now.
Yep. There you go.
Maybe we should have brought all of our guns and stuff with us.
I geared up, man.
Dude, it's right by. It's
We
almost
said we
near
geared. We said we geared up
the
because
power
we didn't
plant.
know what the DA wanted.
That's true.
I've got all my stuff.
I mean, I probably do too. For what
I
it's worth.
lost a lot of my stuff. I've got what I've got.
Okay, and where is
he's got
Tent City?
hands.
Tent City's on the east side.
Yes,
Yes.
Apache Junction is all the way on the other side.
Yep.
Where, like, in
AJ.
AJ?
Mm-hmm.
It's by the Ren Fair.
Wow.
You
Okay.
say like, oh, is it near Apache Junction?
Yes.
Okay. I've got my map open right now. Since I'm so familiar.
So we've got a choice to make, Chooms. The job that we took, or the pressing matter with Chunk.
Well, I mean, we're on this side of town already.
Right.
And honestly, I don't think we have enough information to pursue.
We'll have to
right
go out
now,
there.
I think that'll be information gathering.
We'll have to go out there and scope it out, see what's up, see if anybody knows anything that's still alive.
Right on. Your buddies that are working the docks, what time do you think they'll be back into camp?
That would be you. I don't know. What time do they usually get back? What time do they usually get back, Jerome?
Closer to sunset.
What time is it now?
Midday.
Probably this evening sometime. Or
So
late afternoon.
If we're gonna wait for them anyways, we got time to go back to base and gear up. If anybody's missing anything.
Yeah. Let's get what we can.
Right on. Yeah, I'm gonna go grab a gun or 3.
Did you track down any of that root beer?
Oh yeah. Did I?
Hashtag priorities.
Yeah, it's
Did I?
Yeah,
Oh.
I mean it's.
Who knows when I'm going to be here again?
Yeah, it's back at the bar.
Okay.
It's not. It's not something that they make very often, because obviously supplies. So, but now that they've settled into this area, they've had access to more supplies, so they've been able to make a batch or two.
Do they take money here, or do I have to like trade?
You're gonna have to plant vegetables.
She's all what?
I guess it's worth it.
Or harvest, depending on the time of the year. I'm kidding. Yes, they take money. Gosh.
I didn't bring any cows, so
You have to trade in bones. Like, what do you think we are? Really? Come on. We may not have a lot of it, but yeah, we deal in money.
But also trade.
Yes, we will do that too.
so I wasn't wrong.
Oh, how many squirrel pelts do you have?
Let me
You
check.
just owe you owe a season of your life.
I'm gonna go up to the bar. Are we close to the bar?
It's not far away.
Before we leave, I'm gonna go over there and get myself a root beer.
Okay. So they pour it out, in a glass.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Wait, does that mean I have to drink it here? I can't just take it with
Yeah.
me.
Whoa, wee, whoa.
Oh, good thing we didn't leave already. All
It'll
right,
cost
I'm
you
gonna.
1 bag of grain and 2 squirrel pelts and a mink.
Your
All right,
change will be 2 chicken eggs.
I'm gonna laugh nervously, like I don't know if they're joking or not.
She's all.
Oh, he's so funny.
Me and Wolf are like back and forth at each other, like, this is cool.
So you pound the root beer then?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I mean it's pretty potent. It's more potent than the sodas you're used to. But it's tasty,
Nice.
if not a touch on the warm side.
So they don't have ice out here. I mean, I don't know who has ice. Do we have ice? Is ice a commodity?
Ice would be water, so ice is a commodity.
Gotcha.
But refrigeration is still a thing.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so I'm gonna pound that and then come back.
Okay.
Be like, okay, now we can go.
She's a little bit more
How many
vibrant.
guinea hens did they charge you?
Little bit more vibrant looking.
6.5.
Oh, you got ripped off.
Yeah.
Could have
They
got it
wouldn't
for you
own
for
you. They
3
would only
easy.
charge you 2.
So everybody heads back. I take it then to the base. Is that where you're going to get
Yep.
whatever gear you need?
Go to the house, yeah.
Okay. So as you are heading back, I'm not too sure. Presumably you're driving in the Griswold family truckster.
Trying to get used to it.
With Mac. Meredith, you end up getting an email.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and check that email.
The subject line reads, "Need a replacement."
Oh,
I will. Who is this email from? Can I tell, or is it like one of those?
No. Yeah, you can tell. The name is Shallow.
it's not going to be a big one. Oh,
Maybe he wants a bigger one now.
Out of character, I don't remember who Shallow was. Was that somebody we've already encountered?
It is.
I feel like it was a Mr. Stud.
Yep.
Good call. I love that you put that too. I feel like it was a Mr. Stud. Do tell. How does the Mr. Stud feel?
So I'm gonna email him back and just be like, oh, did you use yours up or
Well, he took a picture of it.
wear it out?
uh-oh.
Oh, gross.
He said, oh, gross.
And it's
So, does it look-
it's bent almost in an L shape.
Oh.
And the
dang,
caption
man.
below it is "Help."
What was he doing?
I will email him back. I can get you in here pretty soon, but I have a couple jobs coming up. Out of character, would we have enough time to like go help him prior to our later engagement?
That is entirely up to you. He puts down. He says, "We'll be extra eddies if you make it a priority."
We've got time, man.
How long does it take you to do an install?
I think for him, it didn't take that. We can do it. It's fine, right? I mean, it's extra money, yeah.
Let's go get our guns and then swing back by, fix his dick,
Yeah.
and then get back out there.
Yeah, I didn't really need to go back to the layer until now. Now I have to go pick up some metal rods.
A Mr. Steely Dan.
Was it Squirrely Dan from Letterkenny?
Yeah.
Squirrely Dan.
So I'll just email him back and give me your location. I'll be there as soon as I can with another unit.
Preem and address.
I'll just send him a thumbs up.
Okay.
So yeah, if you guys don't mind hitting that on the way to the other thing.
No, absolutely not, man.
So you drive, you go get your things. Don't have to play through that part, but you run in and get the rest of your stuff at the at the base at this point. The dog, Ivan Doggo, barks, of course, because you've brought somebody new. So this giant bear hunting dog is, on red alert because somebody new has shown up. But long enough for Meredith to go in and grab an extra implant and the rest of her tools she'll need for this particular install. You head to the address, and it is within Razor's Edge territory. So it's south of your location. Which is, now that you've gotten there, you've been here once before. This is where you did the install originally.
Okay.
Looks like we may have lost Derek again.
Says he lost
really?
audio again.
Don't.
Well, I'm showing full video on my screen of me.
Yep.
That's
I'm still
crazy.
showing me. It just looks like he paused and blurred. So
He's
It is
moving
what
so
it is.
fast we can't tell.
You guys can still hear me though, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
You look normal to me.
Yep. I can still see
Yeah,
it.
you look normal to me.
So, you finish the drive. You head. It's basically an old apartment complex. Much of the places around here are just left over from when there was a working government for the most part. And if you've played Cyberpunk 2077, you're very familiar with going anywhere in the in slums area. They're just repurposed buildings that squatters have taken over. But you head back to the apartment where he's at. There's two guys hanging out front, wearing Razor's Edge colors, which are black. They're black and red primarily. And he, when you come walking up, they open the door and you can already hear him in the background just going like, "Oh my God, tell me she's here." Shit.
We
And then
didn't all
you
do
hear
it, right?
and you hear like a knock on the wall sort of thing. Yeah, your tech is here, and he's like, "Just fucking bring her in, man."
What shall can I ask what exactly did you do to get in this state?
So when you
What did you do?
walk in there, there's there's two other guys in there, and they're snickering. Just keeping it to themselves. They don't want to. They don't want to make it too bad. But when you walk into his bedroom where he's at, his bedroom is actually broken in half. Like the frame is bent down, and so it's literally at an arc.
Man.
And he's just laying there. He's got a pillow over himself at this point.
What did you do? How did this happen?
It was a bad bitch. What can I say? She broke it, literally.
I mean, that's yeah.
Can you do something? Because this fucking hurts. Oh,
I'm sure it hurts. I'd say stay away from the bad bitches for a little while, but we'll get you fixed up.
That's the plan. Just come on, Chug.
I'm gonna
Just
go
fix
ahead.
me up, for Christ's sakes.
I'm gonna go ahead and just, without even asking, I'm gonna start like administering like general anesthetics and whatever, and getting him prepped.
Okay.
To swap out.
And as soon as you actually start that, he just passes out. He's just
He
like
could piss around the corner.
He's a oh no.
He could do 90-degree piss.
It's in my face.
That sounds like a
Instead,
nice parlor trick.
instead of facing the urinal like this, he's like,
I'll check it out. Looking right at the
Yep.
person next to him.
Yeah, bank shot.
No, that's the only way I can go, man.
It's like a sprinkler head. Sorry. Anyways. So go ahead and give me a tech and med tech check.
23.
23. Okay. You actually, it's taking you about 2 hours at this point, longer than it took to originally install it, because not only do you have to remove the defective piece, you have to actually repair a part of his hip because of the damage that was done.
Damn.
And you can actually tell that there's bruising around his inner thighs from where obviously the intercourse took place.
Yeah.
It was rough. But you get the the unit installed and get him with the extra anesthetic and whatnot. And the guys they're just kind of hanging around and just shooting the shit at this point, just while they're waiting for their friend to to get fixed. And they end up they look at Locke, and they nudge him, and it's like, hey man, you run into a woman like this?
On par, but man, I've never had my stuff rock like that. That's pretty bad.
There's like they kind of looked at him, and it's like full 90-degree angle, man.
And the bed's in half. That's some crazy shit.
And like I've seen a lot of shit, man. I've seen stolen organs. I've never seen anything like this.
You guys saw it. Was she big? She a big girl?
No, we didn't see her. The guy his friend who was here he already ran. Apparently he got terrified.
Maybe she was one of those muscle chicks, man.
I think so. Shit, man. There's like looking around, just like, God. And so one of them gets a text, and he says, like, yeah, hey man, our chum delted the fuck out of here. He's like, says she was like almost 7 feet tall. What the hell does that?
Who does that?
And he's like, what was he having sex with? Andrea the Giant?
I asked him what her name was. I said, hey friend, you said 6'9", right? What was her name?
And
do you know?
He looks at it, he's like, no, 7. It was like 7 foot.
Oh damn. Also, I reached down and take the broken member. Can I have this?
Can I have this? I can use it for something.
And they're just like, dude, I don't know, man. Why don't you just talk to the technician? It's up to
I would
her,
give it
I guess.
to the dog back at base to try to be friends.
Giving him a bone. Ugh.
Hey, it's a chew toy.
Don't give our dog herpes.
I probably wouldn't have picked it up then, but too late now.
Yeah. So he's finally starting to recover after you get done, and he's just like laying back, and he's like, oh my God. He looks down, he's like, oh, it's fixed.
Yeah. So I'm serious. You got to stay away from who or whatever did that to you, at least until you heal.
Sure thing, Doc.
No, serious. Like your hip is all jacked up. You're never gonna get to do this again unless you slow down.
No, Preem, I get it. Trust me. Just where's your chip?
There you go.
So he just like swipes it real quick, and you end up with 10,000 for it.
Nice.
Leave the gorillas alone, brother.
And he's just laying back. He's like, "Oh God!" And of course, they're all laughing. He's like, "Hey man, this guy wants to take the unit." And he's like, "Just fucking get it out of here. I don't care. Recycle the shit."
Dude, we use it like a boomerang, man.
Okay.
Good job, Meredith.
Thanks. Just doing God's work.
Knee deep in the Lord's work.
And as you're packing everything up, like one of the guys is like, "Hey, do you do karoshis?"
He's talking about eyes.
Oh, I haven't done any recently, but I'd be happy to take care of you if you need something.
Yeah, can we get your deets? I might need to jack in some upgrades or something.
All right, we can look into that. I'm gonna go ahead and give him my contact.
It's all right. Preem, man, thanks.
Hey, I'm just happy to not work on any dicks.
Hey, sight
Like to
unseen.
mix it up every once in a while. Yeah.
We need not talk about this again.
We're probably going to talk about this again.
Sure we will. Sure we will.
You broke it in half.
That ain't
I'm pretty
kosher.
sure I'm taking it home. So
Yeah.
We're definitely going to talk about this again.
Put up as a trophy.
And
Mounted
you
on a
guys,
piece of
at this
wood.
point, you guys pack up. You've gotten everything done, and they're hanging out at the apartment and keeping an eye out and letting him recover at this point. Where do you plan on going from here? Are you heading back to take on the scavs, or are you heading back over to check on Chunk?
I hope Chunk don't die or something.
She said that this was that took a couple hours.
Yeah.
And so what time during the day is it right now?
We'll say at this point it's probably about 5.
Okay. So now we're at the point where your guys might be coming back to camp.
I could put a call in.
Okay, do that.
I call one of my friends. Say, hey, are the guys back yet?
All right. Why don't you give me an empathy and family tie.
Empathy and family tie?
Yep.
So how does that use
Or,
my
sorry,
empathy
no,
and
not empathy. Cool and family.
oh, so like my base for cool and then add my family?
Yep.
Okay, because that's a special ability, so.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Hey,
Ooh.
remind me again what the numbers mean if there's 2 numbers in one stat.
That's what you started with, and then what you're currently at. Usually due to like cybernetic implants or some sort of upgrade, like reflex might go up because you've got cybernetic implants, whereas empathy might go down because of lack of humanity.
Okay, so then you would use the second number?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
18.
18. Okay. So yeah, you give a call and he's like, "Oh yeah, no, they should be back anytime now."
Okay, hey, could you give me a call when they get back?
Yeah, we'll do.
Or have them call me?
We'll do.
Have someone call me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Hang up. So yeah, they should be getting back anytime now. So by the time we got there, I'm sure they'd be there.
All right. So like we said earlier, we don't really have enough information to go on what's going on with Chunk and everything there. But we've got this pressing matter of the job that we took, and those guys are going to be back in town right close. So my vote is we head back to Max Camp and then move from there to Winterberg. That's just me.
To me.
All right, so you head back to the Nomad camp then. And by the time you guys are rolling back out to that side of town, it is evening time. Sun's already coming down. Area's starting to cool off just a bit. You come rolling back into the Nomad camp. You can see that there's a fire lit out in the out in the center. Several lanterns and torches are out just to provide some some illumination around the camp.
All right. See you about meeting up with the guys.
All right, so there's 3 of them that are there. They've all got they've got their gear and everything on them because they already had an inkling that you were probably going to be asking them about some sort of job or something. So the 3 that
I asked the guy to call him back. Did they call me back?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they were just busy getting ready. So when you get there, I mean, they've already got their gear going on. These 3, they're older. So they are late 20s, mid 30s ish, and they are they're from each of them have had some sort of military background at some point, which is kind of common of some of the older nomad types.
Do they know Wolf from back then?
Know of him, yeah. The thing is, back during the nomad migration, a lot of the nomads were together, but they weren't necessarily all in one clan. That didn't start to iron out until they started getting further north, back up towards the United States, right. and the families started to form while they were in Mexico. So it's like a lot of people know each other, like networking and whatnot. Kind of like in a way, kind of like when a good way to put a good example of this would be like if you were a biker and you went to Sturgis. You may not be in their biker gang, and you may not even be in a biker gang or a club specifically. But if you've went there, you've probably got some networks with a bunch of other bikers because that is like the place to do it. That's pretty much what happened with the migration going forward, and that all didn't start to come together until the specific kind of pack identity started to form.
All right. Kind of give him the skinny what's going on.
Okay. So the one guy, he's got he actually has most of his face missing. Got kind of like the chrome faceplate and eye and whatnot. And he says, so scavs, right?
Yeah.
And you said they're like not far out in the desert from here?
West of us. Mm-hmm.
All right.
Have you guys heard or seen anything about these guys yet?
We've seen a lot passing by on the road, but we don't exactly go poking around for trouble if we don't need it.
Right. So they haven't harassed us at all then?
No.
Of course, typically
We're
don't.
Probably too big.
All right. Well, let's see what we can't do.
All right, we'll just lead the way.
All right. Feel free with your guys' expertise to take the bull by the horns if necessary.
All right. So one hops on a bike and the other 2 climb into a 4x pickup.
I'm gonna try to keep on high alert on the bandwidth radios to see if they maybe, in case they see us before we see them.
Sure. Yeah, no problem. So you guys go rolling out back down the highway just a bit and then take the off-road heading towards Winterberg at this point. And you can see that down around this way, it doesn't get a whole lot of use, but the use that it does end up getting are people that are squatters, like that are, that are, they're just, it's a way to put this. Like, Johnny Silverhand has a line in this Cyberpunk 2077 game where he's complaining about a hotel that's out in the middle of nowhere, and he's like, why the hell does somebody have a hotel out in the middle of nowhere? And he's like, if people are trying to go to Night City, then they stay in Night City. He's like, if they're trying to leave Night City, then they pack up and they keep fucking going. Like, who stops midway, sort of thing. That's kind of the feeling you get with a lot of the locale out here. It's the reason why it's still, some of the buildings are still there and still around, is because people who are passing through who are and squatters, but maybe they don't want to deal with what's going on in the city. They have enough respect for the dilapidated buildings out here. They don't just go around just randomly tearing shit down. They leave it as is, so it's enough for the next person to use as they pass by. So Winterberg out in this area, when you get near it, that's really all it is. I mean, it's literally it's 3 whole buildings that are here, and as you can tell, there's a smattering of modular homes out in the distance where you can actually see some lights from them, which are probably the scavs that are staying there. But the 3 main buildings, which there's no illumination or anything to them. One looks like it was a general store, which is all boarded up and shit. The other one looks like it may have been a gas station at some point, but it's not in use. And then the other one looks like it may have been like a travel center or something. But it's also it looks like it was probably a mobile home, like a single wide mobile home at some point that was dropped down and then the axles taken off and just made into a permanent building.
Right on. So you said the three buildings in the middle, they're obviously abandoned. There's nothing going on there.
Doesn't seem to be, no lights or anything of that nature. You don't see any cars when you pull up. So if the scavs are here, they're probably a bit further back, like at one, at probably a junction where there are some of the homes where you can see some of the lights.
Gotcha. I would say that we should probably not drive right up to where these guys are in their places and just try and hit it from as far as we can back, and then we'll go in on foot.
Yeah. I agree.
Right on.
So, in our context of talking and riding together and everything, have you told us about your ears at all, Wolf?
Yeah, he talked to or Meredith was checking him out earlier.
Yeah, I talked to her about them earlier. Well, I don't know if she knows exactly their full functions, but I'd be more than willing to share that information with a group that I'm working with. So
right. So your enhancements. I mean, this would have been a conversation on the road. Hear pretty good then.
For reconnaissance reasons, I can pick up most band waves, and I can translate most languages.
Oh shit!
Via my cerebral implants.
Oh wow!
But it's really only audio.
Right.
So whatever intel I can glean off of that.
Okay.
That's handy, man.
Well, when we get up here, if you hear anything or, let us know. Definitely.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm also very skilled in hand-to-hand combat, but not so much with long-range rifles. But I'm willing to learn.
Right. All right. I can decent with a long rifle.
Okay, so quick question before we continue. We're almost 3 hours in, and we're about ready to go into what'll probably be combat. Do you want to pause here and pick up next time? Or do you want to continue on?
You always quick save before combat.
Right.
Yeah,
Save
we-
off and stupid SOS.
We can save it, man. I'm cool. Whatever you guys want to do.
Yeah,
I'm either
Okay.
way.
we can save it.
No,
Okay,
we've got an established base, and we've incorporated Dante.
Yeah, man.
All right, cool deal. All right, so then we'll call it there. Next game then to be scheduled will be January the 23rd. Does that sound good for everybody?
Right. 2 weeks from
Sounds good to
tonight.
me.
2 weeks? Okay.
Yeah. That works for me, man.
All righty. So then we'll be playing then. For those of you watching, thank you very much, or anybody who ends up checking out the download stream or whatnot when it gets uploaded to YouTube. We'll be playing
Thank
again on Monday, which will be the Changing Breeds game. It'll be January the 11th. That is the game that Todd runs. And then I will be picking back up on Wednesday, the 13th, which will be Mass Effect. So we'll be, as Dale put it, mass affecting, on January 13th. So looking forward to finally getting back to game and doing everything. So and everybody stay tuned. After I stop the game, we'll do XP and let everybody get updated and whatnot. So alrighty,
Cool.
So thank you again for playing, and we'll see everybody next time. Bye. All right.